given to solve at home. How many did you try that?
Sir, the ones that were given by Bharat sir, right?
Yes.
I solved one of them. I will just open the. I will just. Sir, I was able to do the first question which Bharat sir had given. No, sorry, the second one. The S2 is equal to 1 plus half plus 1/4 plus 1/8. We have to
Mm-hmm.
prove it is a finite number. I have done that question.
Okay. Very
Sir,
good.
so.
So you want to say something?
Yes, sir. So we find that the number, the sum of the numbers given will always be less than 2 in any case, because as we keep on going, the number keeps on dividing by half,
Mm-hmm.
and so it will never reach greater than 2 or equal to 2. It will always be lesser than 2, and each time a new number is added to the end of the series, the number keeps getting smaller.
Yes, but it will never reach 2. Right. Okay. Good. Uh, Today we will solve some very simple progression problems. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we'll go through a few problems, not too many, and I hope you'll be able to solve some of those. Okay, so before we solve the problem, so we need to understand if we understand the problem. Okay, so we have a series, okay, of members which follow the scheme Tn is equal to 2n plus 5. Okay, so what will be T1 here in this case,
7,
and T2
9, and 9, 11, 13, and it will keep on going like
is
that.
so on, right? Okay, now what kind of series is this? We had learned some kind of series, some names in the last session. Can anyone name that series? What kind of series is this? So we have 7, 9, 11, 13, and so on, right? No one knows the name? It's called arithmetic progression. Anyone recalls?
Yes, sir. Other types were geometric progression. Uh,
Right. So this is arithmetic progression. Why is arithmetic progression? Because the difference between any two consecutive members is same. 2, 2, 2, and so on, right? So the first term in this case is 7, and common difference is 2. Am I audible?
yes, sir.
Yes.
So for arithmetic progression, there are two things which once we know, we should be able to start the progression using the first term, and if you know the common difference, we keep on adding that number, and we can create as many numbers or as many members in the series as we want to create. Correct? So these are the two defining features of arithmetic progression: where to start and how much to increment in each step. Okay. So now once you know these, you should be easily able to compute the sum of first five members, right?
Yes, sir. 7 plus 9 plus.
So you're doing some summation. If I ask for first four members, then what you said? Quickly answer without.
Sir, the sum
40.
here is 55.
For first,
Five. First five.
So first 4 is 40, sir.
first four is 40. First five is 55. Yes. Okay. And how did you compute this?
Sir, manually took Tn substituting value of n
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
1, 2, 3,
5.
4. Okay. Good. Uh, I remember there was a session earlier where uh, the, Bharat sir explained several methods to get this sum. Anyone recalls them? No?
Sir, I believe it was a homework, right?
It was a
Sir
homework.
had
Yes. So, can those concepts be applied here?
Sir, I was going through my book and there is a formula for sum of numbers. Sn is equal to n by 2 multiplied by 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by common difference.
Right. Do you know how do we get that formula?
No, sir, that's where I was getting confused while solving.
Hmm. So, I think if you can go back to that session which Bharat sir took, maybe you'll get some pointers on that. Okay.
Okay, sir, I will
Or
check.
we will get into that formation some different class. Okay, so now you get the sum of first five members. Can you get the mean of first five members?
11.
11. How did you get that?
Sir, sum by number of sum by n.
Sum by n. Yes, very good. Could you have done without sum by n?
Yes, sir. So here the common difference is same, right? There is a common difference. The middlemost number 11.
Is going to be the mean. Very good. So is this thing clear to all that because we are having the same difference between any two numbers, the mean is going to be the middle number, right? Okay, so this is one of the kind of easiest things I think you should be able to get right very easily. Okay, so now let's get into another one. And this time, what we have is we have once again an arithmetic progression, but we don't know the first term. We know its third term, which is 6. And we know its 17th term, which is 34. So the question is find the first term and the common difference. How do you find it?
Sir, so what we could do is take the first number
Okay,
in the
maybe
series to be A.
maybe yeah. Uh, I stop you. Maybe someone else can share. Who is Srihari?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Uh, you're joining this session uh, on someone's invitation, right?
Uh,
Yes, sir.
yeah, Avnish,
Mm-hmm.
uh, he's joining first time. He's one of my friend's son,
Okay. Okay.
but he's in 10th standard. I think you can ask him.
Okay. Fine. So okay. Since he's first standard, I'll not ask him because he probably know all this thing. Do you know Srihari? What we are
Yes, sir.
talking
I do,
about?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Great. So yeah, means if you already know, means I don't want to kind of just get to know what. Let me check with someone who thinks he may know. So Share, do you know how do I solve this?
I'm not sure.
Okay, if I ask you to try, can you think of something?
No.
Okay, I think Manan, you may know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what should I do?
We'll write down the third and the 17th term in terms of A and D.
Okay, so
First term
let's
and common
assume the first term, right,
first
is
term as
A
A and common differences.
and common difference is D. Okay?
So third term will be A plus 2D and 17th term is A plus 16.
Third term is A plus 2D, and that is equal to 6. Similarly, A plus 16D
Is equal to
is equal to
34.
34.
And then
Now,
we'll subtract both the
you've
equations.
got two equations in two variables.
Yeah, so we subtract the equations, that way we'll get rid of A and we get 14D is equal to 28.
So 14D is equal to 28.
So D
That
is
means
2.
D is equal to 2.
And then we'll substitute D in one of the equations.
So A is equal to 2.
Yeah.
Shaurya, weren't it too simple? Did you understand what we did?
Yes.
So we are asked to find the first term and the common difference. That means there are two things we need to find. And whenever we have two things to find, if we can form two equations, we can probably solve them to get those two variables. And here we are given two information. That means third term is 6 and 17th term is 34. So we already know, okay, there's two information provided. If we can write these two information as equations, we should be able to solve them. Anyone having a question here, or we can proceed?
Sir, we can proceed.
Okay. So let's move on to next problem. And this time, once again, it's an AP. Okay. And what we have is, we know the sum of this AP, and which is 36. And we also know its product is going to be 960. So what are the terms in the AP? So Janil, now can you help me?
Sir, I'm not sure, but we could use the formula that I told before of
If you are seeing here, it's just three terms. Okay,
ye-
so you don't need to go to the formula. Let's uh, try to work it out without a formula.
sir, maybe we could use three variables.
Do you need three variables for an AP?
No, yes, we could use T1, T2, and T3.
There are three variables. Can we do it without three variables? Can we reduce number of variables? Because we have two information. If we can get two equations, we can probably solve them. But if you get three, then we need three equations, right, to solve it?
Sir, these are consecutive terms, right?
Yes.
So,
Sir, can I try?
Yes, please.
So you could probably try like the three terms as a minus d, a, and a plus d, sir.
Okay, so a minus d, a, and a plus d.
Yes, sir.
Did anyone have a question about this? Can we assume this?
yes, sir, common difference added and subtracted, it is right.
Okay, and we have got two variables here. We have not got in three variables. Okay, so what we have, what we know is that sum of these three. What is sum of these three? A minus d
A minus
plus
d plus a plus d.
plus d is equal to 36. That means 3a is equal to 36. A is equal to how much?
12.
12.
Isn't it easy?
Sir, so here we don't need the product, right?
Yes. So we do need the product. So we just got the first term. We have not got the product yet. Okay. Now let's multiply these three. So a minus d into a plus d is equal to 960. What is the product now? We already know a is 12, right?
Yes, sir.
So 12 minus d, 12 plus d is equal to 960, right? If you cancel out 12 from both sides, it's 12 square minus d square, right?
Yes,
Is
sir.
equal to
960. Uh,
960,
Sir, I meant 80. Sorry.
or because this 12, 960 by 12, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is d square? 12 square, that is 144, minus 80. D, if d square is 64, what is the value of d?
8.
8.
Why not minus 8?
Sir, because common difference can't be negative. Oh,
Why
it
so?
can be negative. Plus minus 8, right?
D can be either plus 8 or minus 8. Always remember that whenever we see d square as some positive number, D can be positive or negative. Both are possible. Okay.
Sir, here we could also let the three terms to be A plus D, and A plus 2D. We could also have done that way, right?
We could have done that way as well. No one stops you. But let's try that. Let's give it a try as well. And let's see what happens. Because still, what we'll get is, so let the terms be A, A plus D, A plus 2D. Okay? So now you have got the sum of three terms. How much it will be? A plus D and plus A plus 2D is equal to 36. Right? That means 3 times A plus D is equal to 36. That means A plus D is equal to 12. That's the first equation. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, the second equation will be A times A plus D, A plus 2D is equal to how much? 960. Right? Now, A plus D we already know. What is A plus D?
12.
12. So, we write A here into 12 into, we can write 12 plus D here. And we do that or not? This A plus 2D can be written as A plus D, right?
Yes.
So A plus D is 12. So A plus D becomes 12 plus D, isn't it? No? Okay, so cancelling 12 from both sides, what do we get? 12A plus AD is equal to 80, right?
Yes.
Now, I think once again, you've got two equations in A and D. We'll need to solve this. And how do we solve this? Let's take something from here and substitute here.
Yes.
Or what else can we do? So if we take out A, 12 plus D.
Sir, I had a doubt that here when we are multiplying 12 plus D with A 12A, so we will get 12A, sorry, 144A plus 12AD, right?
No. This 12 I have cancelled out from both the side. Dividing both side by 12, you'll get this, isn't it? Right? This 12, if I
Sir,
divide,
I'm not sure.
if dividing both side by 12, is this okay? So this 12 got cancelled with this 12 and this becomes
Yes, sir.
80.
So 12 cancels out. Oh,
Okay. So A becomes 80 upon 12 plus D. Let's substitute A in the previous equation. So 80 upon 12 plus D plus D is equal to 12. Right? So it becomes 80 plus 12 plus D is equal to 12 plus D. Right? 80 is equal to 12 times 12 plus D minus D times 12 plus D. 80 is equal to, taking 12 plus D common, 12 minus D. 80 is equal to 12 square minus D square. You got the same equation what you had earlier? Isn't it?
Sir, I got a little confused after a multiplied by 12 plus d is equal to 80.
After this or after this?
Uh, sir, after
After this.
sir, after a is equal to 80 upon 12 plus. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
Substituting in A plus D is equal to 12. The value of A, this much, right? If we put the value of A, so this is A plus D equal to 12. Still confusing?
Yes, sir. Sir, sir, on the right hand side we have a, right? So how did we substitute it with 12?
On the right hand side, we had 12. So this was the equation which I am trying to put the value of A from here.
Okay. So what you did was a is equal to 12 minus d.
A is equal to 80 divided by 12 plus D.
Yes,
So,
I got till there.
so now A I replaced with this is A, and rest equation is same, plus D equal to 12. Sure?
Yes, now I understood. So in a plus d is equal to 12, you substituted a is equal to 80 upon 12 plus d.
Yes.
Understood. Yes, understood.
Sure?
Yes.
Clear to you?
Yes.
After this state, you'll be able to get the same result as we got here.
Yes.
So what it says about the choice of our terms. Srihari, how did you know that choosing this will be useful?
Sir, I just thought based on since it's an AP, there'll be a set common difference between all of them. So I could use that to my advantage. Had we known the what do you call common difference, I could have just said a what do you call a plus 8, a minus 8. But since we didn't, I took the variable as a minus 8, a and a plus 8. Especially when it's a product, it's easy to cancel them out. Product or sum.
Some. Janil, did you get the reasoning what Srihari said?
Yes, sir. So we can easily cancel it d out if we use a minus d. So it becomes
Yes.
very easy.
Yes. Because we knew it's in AP. That means the different consecutive terms is constant. It's not going to change. Now, if we assume the first term as A or the middle term as A, the difference comes because the sum becomes independent of the difference in this case, but it becomes dependent on the difference in this case. Right? So if we know the sum for three numbers in AP, three numbers, we should always try to choose A plus
Sir,
A
you're
minus.
not audible properly.
I'm
I
not
can't hear
audible.
you.
I'm not audible to others as well.
So yeah,
Uh, looks like there is some.
I think Janil has a poor internet connection. It shows red.
Daniel's connection seems to be lost and poor, so maybe that's problem on his end. But is this concept that when we know this sum of three numbers in an AP, we should always try to choose such that we get it in one variable, like in this case. How can we do the same thing when we have been given four terms? So if I say the sum of four terms in AP is 40, can someone tell me what can we choose those terms to be? Such that now the sum should not have two variables. It should have only one variable. Manan,
Yeah.
can you uh, try to tell me four terms in AP? How do you write those terms such that when I sum them up, I should get only an expression in one variable, not in two variables?
You take them as a minus 4d, a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, and a plus 3d.
Manan is muted.
Okay, looks like I am not audible. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
Okay. So I was asking Manan, what was the expression he said when we want to write four such terms in an AP?
A minus 3D,
A minus 3D,
A minus D,
A minus D,
A plus D,
A plus D,
and A plus 3D.
A plus 3D. Is this understood by others? Shaurya? Do you know why we took it in this way?
Sir, I was not able to hear you. If you could repeat.
Okay. So we were talking about that in the previous problem, the choice of the three terms had simplified our solution from
Yes, sir.
right. So when we have been asked for three terms in AP, instead of taking them as A plus D, and A plus 2D, it's better to take them as this, because when we sum them up, there will be only one variable remaining, that is A. And when we put this into the other one, and we know one variable, there is only one variable remaining, that's D. So you get solution much faster compared to the same thing when you do it in this way, right? We got to same solution,
Yes.
but the method became much longer. So the following question which I was asking was, this was true when we had three terms in AP. What happens when we have four terms in AP? What can we take them? And here is the solution which Man provided. We can do it A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. What is the common difference here?
Sir, these terms aren't in progression, right? Because if these terms are like a series, then it should be a minus 2d instead of 3d, right? Because four terms which are after after each one after the other, no?
So for you, what will you choose? Can you tell me those four terms?
Sir, a minus 2d, a minus d, a plus d, and a plus 2d.
A minus 2D, A minus D, and then
A plus d and a plus 3d. Sorry, 2d, 2d.
so what is the difference between the first and second term?
D.
D. What difference is second and third term?
Uh, a minus 0.
Zero.
No, sir, 2a, 2a.
2A.
What am I? Am I doing something wrong? A minus D minus A minus D. So it will be 2A minus 2D. 2A minus 2D.
The if in AP the difference has to be constant, right? So what is that difference?
Right. So here the difference is not coming same. So it can't be an arithmetic
It can't be an
progression.
ethnic progression. This if you try this one,
2D and then A minus D and minus A minus D. Sir, it is coming minus 2D for me. I might be wrong.
How do you
A
compute?
minus D minus A minus D, right?
Why do you take the first term minus second term? It should be always the later term minus the previous term, right?
Then it will be A plus D minus A minus D.
Right?
Right. So it
And
will be again 2D.
2D. And similarly, now you can expand it. If I ask you for 5 terms, you should be able to tell me what 5 terms you're going to take. But okay, don't worry for that. I think 3 and 4 will be mostly what you'll need to choose, such that you will find it easier to solve the problems. Okay, fine. So the next one is find the sum of all natural numbers between 50 and 100, both included. Can someone attempt this? Maybe you can take a piece of paper and pen and try. I don't want you to add them one by one. It's going to take a lot of time. But try to see if you can find something much easier.
Sir, here would the formula help? Uh,
It would certainly help, but I am not giving you the formula. I want you to do without formula.
okay, sir. Okay.
If you have done that session, I think it will be useful here. If someone finds the solution, you can let me know.
I'm done.
Who's that?
Manan.
Manan. Okay, great. How about Srihari? So Koshki is also joined.
Sir, still doing, sir.
Still doing. Okay. How many of you are able to make progress?
Yes,
Koshki,
sir.
you're able to make progress. Srihari. Okay. Koshki, you're trying it? No. Janil, are you trying it?
Yes, sir, I'm trying it, but I'm not able to make any progress.
Not able to make any progress. Okay. Manan has already solved it. Shaurya, are you making any progress?
No, same case as Janil.
I think you people have forgotten in whatever you were taught in that session where you were asked to probably sum up from 1 to 100 or something like that. I hope, Sherry, you are not summing them one by one, right?
No, sir, of course not. Sir, I'm done, sir.
Okay. So maybe why don't you share what you have with you? How do I solve this?
Yes, sir. Sir, I opted for a formula that is n by 2 into a plus l.
Okay.
So n being the number of terms and a and l being the first and last number.
Okay. Good. How about you, Manan?
Um, uh, I thought you said we are not supposed to use a formula. So what I did was, uh, I let the sum be s, which is the sum from 50 to 100. So 50 plus 51 all the way to 100. And then I wrote it again below it, but in a reverse order. So that's 100 plus 99 till 50.
Very good.
And then I added both of them up. So I got 2s is equal to 51 into 150
Uh,
because
150. These two will sum up to 150. Again, the next two will sum up to 150. And the last one will also sum up to 150. Is
yeah,
this? Yes. How many terms will be there, Janil?
52.
52?
Sir,
Sure?
50 and 100 included. Sorry, 51. I think 51.
51 is equal to 51 into 50. Sorry, 150. Right? That is equal to how much?
51 into 75.
51 into 75.
which is 3825.
Okay. So 3825. I'm not checking this, but yeah, I'm assuming what you did is correct. So, yes, a slight rearrangement. We just knew that this is an AP, right? That means the increments are going to be same. If I rearrange this in this way, I will get the same sum, but now if I add these two, the maximum, the minimum, sum, the next maximum, the next minimum, and so on will all be same, right? So we get 2 times the sum as equal to 150 plus 150 plus 150, 51 times. So this sum is 51 times 25, which is this. Kaushiki, this makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you did is also not wrong, but since I had said that let's try to avoid using formula, because in that class we did not take the formula. I was trying to work without formulas as well. And if you know the method, you will anyways be able to derive the formula as well. Okay, let's move on to next problem. So this time the problem is some amount of money doubles in 4 years. Okay, now the question is, how long will it take to become 16 times? Anyone is trying out?
Yes, sir, I am, sir.
Okay, others? Manan, are you trying?
Yes, sir.
Janil?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And once again, I don't want you to use any formulas. So try to make it without formulas. No one reached the solution yet? Shaurya? Anyone making progress? Manan?
Yeah, I think I almost figured it out.
Okay. Srihari?
Yes, sir.
You're able to make progress?
Yes, sir. I have.
Okay. You've got the solution? Close to it.
Sir, I'm coming, sir.
Okay. No solution yet? Let's try this.
Sir, I have a solution, sir.
Okay. What is the solution?
Uh, sir, do you want me to give you the answer or my explanation, sir?
Yes, explanation.
Yes, sir. So I had quite a tough time trying to do this without formula, but I decided on doing it based on suppose four, 2 by 4 is equal to x by say 2 by 4 is equal to 16 by x, x being the number of years for it to become 16 times, sir. And so I have in the answer 32, sir.
Your answer is 32, finally, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 32 years. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the answer for Manan?
I didn't get it yet. I messed up somewhere. I'll figure it out in
Daniel, you got
2 minutes.
some answer?
No, sir, I am also trying using the formula for compound interest.
Shaurya, you got
Maybe.
some answer?
No, sir.
Okay. So if someone puts X amount of money, after 4 years, how much it will become?
2x.
2x in 4 years, right? What if someone puts 2x? What will become?
8x.
8x?
Oh, sorry,
Someone
4x, 4x, 4x.
4x in how many years? Same time, right?
Yes, sir.
Someone puts 4x, how much will become?
8x.
8x, right? In 4 years.
Yes, sir.
If someone puts 8x, how much will become
16x.
16x.
in 4 years?
Yes, sir.
So if you put in X amount, after 4 years, how much it will become?
2x, sir.
2x. You put the same amount back, and next 4 years, how much it will become? 4x, right?
4x.
Now you take this 4x and you put in again, how much it will become in 4 years?
8x.
Total, how many years
8x.
it has gone by so far?
12, sir.
12. Now I put this 8x again, it will become how much? 16x.
16x.
How much years have gone by? 4 more. Total
16, sir.
16.
16 years. Why difficult? Janil?
No, sir, it was easy. Yes, sir. I did not think of it this way.
I'm just saying in every 4 years doubles, right? And 16 is a, if you keep on doubling every time, you will reach 16x. Now, what is this? X, 2x, 4x, and 8x. These are the geometric progression, right? So, the compound interest things you can very easily solve if you use this kind of geometric progression terms. If something is halving in some time, if something is increasing by 10%, if something increasing by 20%, whatever it is, okay, you can still use the geometric progression to solve those problems. And you see how easy it became without any formula, right? Okay. If similarly, if we had something halving in 2 years, if something is going by half every 2 years, how much time will it take to reduce to 1/8? Can someone answer quickly?
Sir,
6 years.
Yes, Daniel.
sir, answer
6
is
years.
6 years.
Answer is
6 years. But it is compound interest only, right?
yes. It's kind of compounding. Just like if you see in Corona times, you always see the doubling rate kind of thing, right? How many days it takes to double, or how many takes to half, right? So if it is halving every 2 days, in within 6 days it becomes 1/8, right? That kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So the answer will be 6 years.
answer will be 6 years. That's it. Now, before we stop, I'll give you one more problem. Okay, and this is, if suppose we have a field where we put newly born pair of rabbits, where one is male, one is female. Okay, and after 1 month, when these rabbits grow big, they can start reproduction. Okay, and it takes 1 month to produce a baby rabbit, and once again they'll produce one male and one female. That means the first month which has gone by, nothing will happen. One pair will stay as it is, but at the end of 1 month, they will start the production process, and by the end of second month, they will give birth to a pair of male and female rabbits. Okay, so every newborn pair will take 1 month to become adult rabbit and 1 month to reproduce another pair of rabbits, and assume that they are going to increase in this manner. The question is, at the end of 1 year, how many pairs will be there?
Sir, so if it was like if the baby if the rabbits are put in the field and they keep on reproducing, then without there being the 1 month gap, then the answer would have been 2 raised to 12, right?
Yes, but there is a gap.
Yes, so
Maybe I'll leave you with this problem. Okay, think about it and try to put the answer in the WhatsApp group. How many pairs will there be at the end of 1 year? Okay.
Sir, which WhatsApp group are you on?
Oh, you are not on that WhatsApp group. I think Hasmukh, you can add him to the WhatsApp group if he is interested to join. Hasmukh is here? No. Janet, can you tell
yes, sir,
your?
I will convey the message.
Okay. So yes, we have a WhatsApp group for this for these activities that we do on mostly on the weekends. But there are some in-week activities as well, just like we had this class. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
we kind of keep up to date what classes are when on that WhatsApp group. So the same WhatsApp group we will use for this problem as well. So let me know your solution.
Okay, sir.
I had the link of the WhatsApp group, so I sent it in the chat.
Okay, so Srihari, you can always you can go to the chat box here. If you see on your left bottom side, Shaurya has already sent
Yes, sir. I found it, sir.
the link for the WhatsApp group. You can join this
Yes,
directly.
sir. Thank you.
Okay, give it a try and see if you can come up with some answer here. It will be a good thing to think about. How do I solve this? Okay,
Okay, sir.
we can discuss maybe in some class later on. Bye bye.